Look at all of these tomatoes. In with the weeds. And this is curly dock. And that's what we're going to be talking about. Well, what are these tomatoes thinking? This is the end of November. And I've still got blue spice basil here. And lots of bees. And a few zinnias. Hello everyone, Kaye here on my homestead in Tennessee. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about another medicinal plant you don't want to get rid of. It's probably growing in your yard, and not only are the leaves edible, but the root is medicinal. So stay tuned. Okay, let's dig some roots. Oh, hey. Okay. This is where the medicine is, in the root. These young leaves are edible. This is in the same family as sorrel, and so it's got a lemony taste, and you can eat the young leaves raw, and you can cook the larger leaves. You just don't want the older leaves that are starting to turn brown or anything with bug holes. But this whole thing is covered, so we've got a lot of roots in here to make medicine. It smells wonderful down here with the blue spice basil. That is a favorite of bees. Oh yeah, another nice one. Okay, let's get one more good one. There's so much you can do with them. You can dry them and grind them to powder and turn it into a salve. But the tincture is the best medicine from the dock. We could dig up this whole place here. This has such good soil that once it takes off, it takes off. I've got that awful weed in here. That thing. This is awful. It's covered in thorns. You really don't want to let it bloom and drop seed, which of course I have. Because I got a big place and it comes up everywhere. This one's a little easier. Hopefully I get the whole thing. Oh wow! Boy, that's a good one. Okay. You know, I was just waiting till these flowers stopped blooming because, you know, the bees are still on them. It looks awful, but just at this point, why not just wait until it freezes? Then we come in with a weed whacker and till the whole thing, seed it, and put with cover crop and put down hay like we did the other two. And why not? But now I got all these tomatoes and dock growing together over there. It's pretty wild. We had a lot of late warm weather, so the trees haven't figured out when they're supposed to drop, and all the shagbarks dropped at the regular time, but the maples haven't. Hey Spot, come here and talk to me. Come here and tell me what the problem is. Come on, talk to me. Meow, come on. Come on, talk to me. What? Just give the roots a light rinse, get the dirt off. Might need a little bit more oomph than that. Well, I was going to show you the sorrel in my raised bed, and it's sort of been, I don't know if it died or what, but it's that whole big piece, it was like this, the whole thing. You'll just have to take my word for it. And I'm shocked because I've had it for 2 years, but this is the other one. It's still got just a little bit of leaves, but you see it's very similar. It's just these are small leaves. They do get bigger. The whole thing was like this, both of them. So I don't know if they'll come back or not. We'll have to see. Did you know parsley is good for your skin? Anti-aging, and that's coming up next. So ideally, you should harvest the roots in the early autumn. Okay, it's late November, but this whole crop has literally come up in the last month or two. So the curly dock that I had growing on the side over there, it came and went. It put up flower spikes. I don't have any flower spikes right now. It's too late in the year, but I did have, and I think I've got a clip. I'll insert it here. Just going to harvest these for the root, and we're going to move on and we're going to make some tincture. Hey, if you're new to my channel, I live on about 9 acres in Middle Tennessee, on a hill, on a rock basically, but I have developed wonderful gardens and I grow a lot of my own food. I'm very interested in medicinal plants and I have a playlist. I do a lot of food preservation and I'm doing more and more all the time. So if that interests you, I hope you'll subscribe. And if not, you know, you might be interested in my cats. Scroll down and click the bell for notifications so you won't miss an episode. Well, I hope this works. I haven't grated with this, but we'll see. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, there is a whole lot of stuff packed up here that I'm going to have to deal with now. Wow. Look at that. I should have chopped it in smaller pieces. It has almost a mustard color inside. Well, we'll just put it in as best we can. Well, it's better than it was, right? And all we want to do is just get all that medicinal benefit from the inside of the root touching the alcohol. I'm trying to think of what this reminds me of, and I can't think of anything. It's just so different. Okay. It's stringy, so it sticks in the, ooh. It sticks in the grater. Something tells me this would be messy no matter how you grated it. Okay, I can get more of those details off later. We'll just get the majority of this. Wow, you know what? I might have enough for 2 jars. That stuff's flying everywhere. Okay, you want to use 80 proof at least of alcohol for a tincture. And we're just going to top it off. And you're going to use a clean glass jar with a tight sealing lid. And you're going to give this a little shake every day and let it sit for 6 to 8 weeks. Okey-doke. I want to be sure and date it, so I'm going to get a piece of tape and put the date on there. Alrighty. This is my go-to book, my quick resource for herbal remedies. There are many others. I have a lot of books, but this one is so handy. And here we have dock. This is curly or yellow. Could be called either. This is the Latin name, and it's in the sorrel family. It puts up these big spikes, flower spikes, and has edible use, and also up here we have medicinal use. There's for constipation, diarrhea, skin problems. You can make a salve out of the root. You can dry the root and make a powder and make add it to a salve. It talks about harvesting. It's best to harvest the root early in the autumn, but as I said, this whole new crop just came in recently, so I'm hoping it's fine. And then the tincture, just as I've done, allow it to steep for 6 to 8 weeks, shaking gently every day. Strain out the root pieces and place the tincture in a clean glass jar. Store in a cool, dark place for up to 7 years. Now let's see what the tincture is good for. Let's see. Curly dock is a purifying and cleansing herb. All parts of the plant can be used, but the roots have the strongest healing properties. And she says she crushes the dock leaves to put on stinging nettle stings, and they tend to grow near each other, although I didn't see any out there. It's a gentle and safe laxative for treatment of mild constipation. It treats a wide variety of skin problems. Taken internally, it's a tonic. Dried or pounded root can be used as a poultice. Applied to sores, wounds, or other skin problems. Liver and gallbladder detox. It's a bitter tonic for the gallbladder and liver. Increases bile production. Often combined with greater burdock to create a stronger detoxifying effect. Dig up the entire plant and root if possible and wash the root lightly. Cut before drying. And harvest the leaves from spring through summer as needed. Look for leaves that are fresh and curled. And of course you always need to, when you're picking any kind of weed, don't pick near roadways that might have been sprayed. I'm assuming then that you can just take the tincture and add it to a cup of tea for cleansing your liver, gallbladder, in a detox. So we've got that started, and in the next video we're going to be collecting more root, drying it, turning it into a powder, making balm out of it. Hey, I hope you check out my other medicinal plant videos where I make clover tincture, wild lettuce. I have a couple of those, wild lettuce tincture, mullein, earache oil. Ooh, there's a deer. And it's deer season. Better watch out. It's coming over to see what it can find on my deck. Yeah, it was going to nibble on my valerian. Valerian is a wonderful plant, and I got my 2 plants at Sharon's Natural Gardens in Delaware, and I am eager to get them in the ground so they come back next year and triple, quadruple in size. I'm sure you've heard about valerian for making tea and for relaxing you at night, so that's what that's great for. So I am so interested in so many of these things, and I hope you are too, and I hope I see you back here. Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video on your way out, tell a friend about my channel, and I'll see you next time. God bless.